Yo, what up, everybody? We're reviewing Matty Appleseed's video. I had to one-up him in the hat department. So we're going to review it. We're going to let people come to the stream. Oh, we got 6 people. Shout out Matty Appleseed. Let's see if we can't get this more hyped. I used all 5 of my own all accounts. I guess we can't see it on here. Let me pull it up on my phone. I think he's like number... So if everyone can go hype Matty Appleseed's video, that'd be sick.
Breaking updates on the band.
He is at... He's number 91. Let's get Matty Appleseed to 100 on the hype board. Let's do it. What's up, Black Hole Sun? We're reviewing Matty Appleseed's video. We beat him. We one-upped him on hats. We one-upped him. Oh yeah, I gotta wear headphones with this on. This is gonna be easy. Nice.
Updates on the bandmap.com reveal what may be the strongest evidence to date of what happened to the $200,000 Mansell Star Wars Lego collection. Because according to reports, the same Lego sets listed in Crystal's inventory of the Mansell collection appeared for sale shortly afterward in the online store of the Eugene Bricks and Minifigs location.
Yeah, Matty's the best.
The
He's a
Eugene
really good
location
dude.
owned by the same Brandon Best who seized the Salem store. And the evidence outlined in the band map is beginning to paint a very clear picture of what might have happened to the Mansell family Star Wars collection. Now, if you haven't heard of it, the band map is an investigative archive documenting the Bricks and Minifigs scandal created by some of the most passionate internet sleuths the world has ever seen. And diehards following the Bricks and Minifigs scandal even know that the band map was recently served with a cease and desist letter from Bricks and Minifigs corporate for publishing what it called confidential copyrighted information. Information that was so confidential, by the way, despite being publicly...
My hat is called the Bigger Than Matty Appleseed's hat.
accessible.
What is this? The support document. Oh no. They didn't even private the support document. Oh my god, this is everything. This is what you're paying for as a franchisee. But now everyone can get it for free.
Now what most people don't know is that the band map's latest updates show verifiable proof that the Eugene Bricks and Minifigs online store listed a surprisingly shocking number of the same Lego sets from the Mansell collection after the Salem store was taken over. Let's take a look at the evidence shown in the article, Who Actually Took Over the Kaiser Store, and decide for yourself whether it's all just a big coincidence. 3 sets, 1 shelf, 1 night. 2 dated records of the same sets. The photos on the left were taken by Crystal on the night of November 14th, 2024, when her Salem Bricks and Minifigs location was seized. And the listings on the right were postings made afterwards of the same set.
No one part 4 is coming out. This is my last stream. I'm going to film the second part of part 4
Eugene Bricks and Minifigs online storefront. But with one catch, they're built and boxed.
So I don't mean to say this is the last stream before it comes out. I could see where that would be clickbait, but I'm flying out, so this is going to be my last stream because I'm going to be busy filming.
Now, opening a new in-box Lego set to sell used would absolutely decrease the value and may even seem sacrilegious to Lego fanatics.
No, the next series is coming out probably before part 4, I'm going to be honest.
But it would also be an easy way to hide its connection to the Mansell collection. Now, I wonder if any employees at the Eugene store remember being told to build a ton of new in-box Lego sets and recall thinking, why the hell would I do that? Well, I guess this update from the band map would help to clear that up for you. Thanks, band map. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper than that, since the band map shows dozens of Lego Star Wars sets listed in the Eugene online store that line up with sets from the Mansell collection, including many new in-box listings, with some appearing to have 19 or even 30 copies. And these new in-box sets look...
Last stream before we go film part 4, yes.
Strangely familiar, as if I'd seen them somewhere before. Here's a social media.
Yeah, and everyone, now we got more people in chat. Stop what you're doing. Screw my views. Go hype Matty Appleseed's video. I hyped him with every one of my accounts. He's number 97 now. I want to see what up Tiger Glaze. I want to see what it do. What it is, what it do. It's your boy. Bigger hat than Matty Appleseed McGee here. He'll never one-up my hat game. This is... Sheldon has that look like he wants to say something and can't. Okay. Back to Matty Appleseed. Go hype Maddie Appleseed's video.
post Crystal made at the Salem store promoting the Mansell collection. And to me, it looks like there could be upwards of 30 copies of the same set. Now, despite a shocking number of identical sets coincidentally appearing in the
Link.
Eugene store
Where's
shortly
Colin
after the
when you
Salem
need him?
takeover, none of the 8 most valuable sets, each worth over $1,000, have ever resurfaced, including most notably the $10,000 Cloud City Lego set still missing. Now, the absence of these rare sets reveals something interesting. If you
I'm
think about
texting
it,
my
a used
moderator.
Lego store can put almost any low-value Lego set on the shelf without attracting any attention. But if the same rare high-end sets from the Mansell collection suddenly started appearing at the Eugene store, people would probably notice. On top of that, many people have speculated that Brandon and Josh may have taken Lego from the Mansell collection without Eamon's knowledge. And if that did happen, what do you think they would have taken? Lower value sets? Mid-value sets? Or the rarest, most expensive sets that would give them the most buck for their bang? Intended misuse of colloquial-based pun intended. And when you consider the experience of another former franchisee who also
Officer Adamson
dealt
might
with
want.
Josh
Oh,
and
my
Brandon
phone. Yeah,
in
look at
the
me. Just text me
aftermath
one. We're
of
texting
his
Colin.
own
We're getting
store's
the link.
hostile
We're getting
takeover, it's
Maddie
starting to
Appleseed
look like
number
there may
one
be a track
on this
record
hype
of
video.
Josh and Brandon skimming off the top.
And then we would be forced to like pack up all this new stuff we got and mail it to like their
Eugene,
yeah, their main store location. Then it was very apparent like you are just using this store to supply your main location until you bleed us dry.
Anytime we got in a good trade, they would see it in the system, and then they would call the manager, and then we'd have to pack it up and send it to the Eugene location.
Really?
And sometimes, if we had a decent amount of cash on us in the safe, they'd ask us to deposit into their account. So then we had like no cash for trades. Happened quite a lot. Here's the crazy thing. They claimed they never took over the store. Like, Amin confronted Josh and Brandon, like, all right, it's time for you to buy this store from us that you've been controlling for the
Everyone-
past
oh,
6
yeah,
months.
his channel.
And
So
then they're like,
is
actually,
Maddie's
no,
channel.
we're not feeling it. They claimed that they never were the owners of that location.
Yes, they claim
I
that
can
that's when
probably
we
just link
found
in the
out
chat.
that
Hold
they
up.
weren't paying any of our bills.
Let's get Maddie
and
to
that
number one on
corporate was
Hyped.
actually
Let's
paying
do it.
Everything.
When it was time for Josh and Brandon to start, like, all right, now this is your official store, like, after they destroyed it, they're like, actually, no.
Yeah, we don't want
Well,
it.
we don't want it. And then they just had all the good stuff shipped out to Eugene, Oregon,
Yep.
and the
then
money in the
share.
safe, and then don't even know if corporate knew.
So let me get this straight. If they
No.
never owned the Florida BAM location,
Oh,
why
that was-
were they having the most valuable sets sent to their Eugene store? And why did they want all
Let's
the
get
cash
Maddie
in the
to number
safe?
one.
To me, that raises questions about possible embezzlement. But whether
Yeah, that
that's
would've been
true, I
funny.
guess
Too
depends
bad I
on
thought
one
of
key
this
question.
2 seconds
Did Eamon know
before.
about it? Apparently, Eamon planned on selling the Florida store
Everyone
to
stop
Josh
what you're
and
doing and go
Brandon
hide my
after
boy
taking it
Maddie's
from Relic
video.
without paying him a dime. So if that's the case, why would he let the future buyers remove all the store's most valuable inventory before the sale? But on the other hand, if Eamon didn't know, the details from Florida could just be another instance of Brandon and Josh skimming off
Trying
the
to pin
top
this.
and embezzling money from the hard-working
Yeah, it's a mobile
franchisees
thing,
of
yeah.
BAM. So were the most expensive sets from the Mansell collection skimmed off the top?
Oh, I can't
In a
pin it.
typical liquidation, the most valuable items would be the first thing sold because they bring in the most money. So the fact that the rarest sets from the Mansell collection have never resurfaced is what really stands out and needs an explanation. The BAM map states Mansell's Cloud City, valued as high as
Well,
$10,000,
everyone, there's the link.
sits
It's in
the
chat.
unsold column of BAM's
Go
own
hype
ledger,
Maddie's video.
and no
Let's get him to
copy
number
tied
one
to
on the hype
seizure
board.
ever surfaced. It is absent from Best & Johnson's own Eugene storefront, and while the common version is stocked in a few of the 134 stores, none are intake dated to the seizure window, and Mansell's own copy appeared nowhere. Now, the intake dating specifically refers to a timestamp created and associated with every product listed in the BAM Eugene online shop. And according to the BAM map, the data reveals something very
No, we're filming part 4
significant
tomorrow.
because just weeks after the Salem store was taken over, there was a sudden spike of 23 Star Wars sets added to the inventory. Now, this isn't just a busy day.
How crazy is
It's
that there was a sudden spike of 23 sets the next day added to the inventory?
a complete outlier, unlike anything else in the store's 5-year history. And of those 23 sets, 13 were exact matches to sets from the Mansell collection. As the BAM map puts it, that is the statistical fingerprint of one collection processed at once, not walk-in trades arriving one by one. Now, you might want to prepare yourselves by taking a seat and buckling up for this next one, since it's about to sound like a cheesy
no problem, Spencer.
infomercial. Because if you thought that was all, just wait, there's more. Now, Brando's really been keeping us busy, and you may have never expected this update because there was yet another U-Haul that's come to light with the reservation
Sir, they found the third U-Haul.
number
They found it.
444-165, being made by Brandon Best on November 15th.
Yeah, excited to see you too, Colin.
2025. Brandon was caught on camera with the U-Haul at the Salem Bricks and Minifigs location. He even admitted to being at the Eugene store earlier that day and going back and forth.
Going to be a fun week. Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah, I know there's one like Eugene and stuff like that I heard, but
Yeah, it's
So this is a rare occurrence. We have Brandon Best actually speaking.
I was at Eugene earlier today,
Oh, nice.
but that was maybe the only two I really go back and forth to.
That's Brandon.
how much staff do you have?
Now that November 15th date in 2025 being exactly 1 year after the BAM Salem takeover is very interesting for many
Well, no, it's the bigger than Matty Appleseed's hat. See, he's got a big hat, so I got a bigger hat.
reasons. Some have speculated that a 1-year storage agreement may have ended on a unit used after the Salem takeover. Adding to that speculation, the BAM map identifies 3
We got Little Sender in the chat.
U-Haul locations with reviews from someone named Brandon B, posted within a year of the Salem takeover, which raises the question, if those reviews were from Brandon Best, what was being stored in those units? And when examining the details of these reviews, one of them in particular is in reference to, quote, when we closed out our unit on January 6th, 2025. I wonder when that unit was initially rented, perhaps after the November 14th takeover? It's also worth considering how the third U-Haul appearing on November 15th,
Yeah, a rad hat,
2025,
clearly.
lines up with the timeline of Reckless
Gentlemen, what the
Ben's
heck?
initial inquiries into the Mansell collection. Was Brandon
Part 4
trying to
imminent.
tie
Filming for Part 4 is imminent tomorrow.
up loose ends after Ben
Again, Part 2 of Part 4.
started looking into the collection? And just 2 weeks after the third U-Haul appears, Brandon's Eugene
See you
Bricks and
tune.
Minifigs
See you
posted
tomorrow,
this
Jammin'.
advertisement.
The crew's getting back. We're getting back together 1,000 more times. There's 1,000 parts coming. 1,000 more parts. We have 999 more parts. It's going to be 1,003. We're going to do 1,003. So a release date for Part 4 is set. No.
Promoting a Black Friday sale offering up to 40% off used sets.
The next series that is just me and Ben comes out in like 2 weeks though.
And yeah, sure, Black Friday sales
But I know everyone only cares about Legos. You know what I mean? No one messes with your boy for his undercover
are
shenanigans.
normal, but
It's
given
only
the timing and the circumstances, it naturally draws attention. And if that weren't enough, let's compare 2 videos of the Eugene
Settlement
Store's
coming?
Star
I don't
Wars
know.
section. Here's the before video. Seems like pretty
Who
slim
knows?
pickings to me, Brando. Your walls are looking a little empty there, bud. Now let's look at another video from after. It looks like a ton of new Star Wars product hit the shelves. Woohoo! Good job restocking.
Oh, now I'm
Brando.
loud?
All the credit.
Is this really a thing going on? I'm always too quiet, everyone says. What the heck? Alright, I guess it's going back. I don't care about what I don't know about, my boy. Well, you're about to find out.
These findings goes to the great people behind the creation of the
What's on my head? It's a hat. It's the bigger than Matty Appleseed hat.
BAM map, and to a little bird called Tattle, who will forever live on as a symbol of a phoenix in our hearts and minds. You know, BAM can hire all the lords they want, but there's no price that will beat the sheer grit and determination of those who put their heart and soul into uncovering the truth
Wow,
by
dang.
shining a light on darkness. Now, those who operate in the shadows fear the light, and the
Oh,
BAM
stay loud.
is that light. I encourage everyone to
Man,
take
you guys
a
are
few
impossible
minutes
to please,
read
dude.
The full stories. Who actually took over the Kaiser store, the Eugene sale, and the third U-Haul. You can find them by clicking updates in
It
the
might
top
be the
right corner
video.
of the homepage at thebammap.com or through the links in the description below.
Team Loud.
And if you'd
Team
like to
Loud.
support the people behind
We're doing it. We're staying
thebammap.com, you can
loud.
Donate using the link in the upper right corner of the homepage. Now, despite the BAM map being the number one
Dude, what is
source
up
for all
with
the
it?
greatest
I love Matty, but what is... Where did he buy this hat? It's the biggest hat, and it goes upwards. I don't understand. It's like, is he trolling? Yeah, Maddie's the best. We talk on the phone. I really like Maddie.
You can have breakthroughs regarding this Bricks and Minifigs scandal. You can still find a wide range of jovial jests at legallymime.com. So now that we can rest easy knowing that BAM's being taken down brick by brick, you can head over to Legally Mime and check out their hilarious cast of characters. I mean, have you guys seen this site yet? The Silent Brick doesn't look too happy to find himself trapped in a box.
All right, well, I'm going to sell my own hat. And I'm going to call it officially the Bigger Than Maddie Appleseed's hat.
At least based on the evidence presented, he seems to be working hard to fulfill his duties as the head of physical asset dissolution. Where'd all those Mansell collections go, Brandon? Now, I've gone deep into this
He
investigation.
sells them, he
because
makes
I'm fed
those.
up with people using corporations as a shield for shameless wrongdoing. And to me, accountability matters. So I've got many more Bricks and Minifigs updates coming to the channel, including exclusive interviews.
Everyone
with
stop what
former
you're doing and hype Maddie's video.
BAM franchisees.
He's on number
so make
97.
Sure to subscribe to Maddie Appleseed and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss that. Because based on what I've been uncovering, in my opinion, there's a strong case to be made alleging that Eamon McNeff has been extorting his franchisees and unjustly seizing stores, which is why I started a petition to have BAM investigated by the FBI for RICO violations. So please sign the petition linked in the description below. And if you're interested in learning more about BAM Corporate's dark history and how numerous former franchisees were wronged, check out these recommended videos.
Brick by brick, 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 brick by
Let's check out.
brick by brick, brick by.
Let's check out. So Jammin' Ben, I already kind of went over this, but we haven't gone over his video. Shout out. Let's
Oh, so I'm the one that came up with the
let's
idea
show
of
Jammin'
do
some
check-
love.
So if you've chronically been invested in this situation just as much as me, probably seen this phrase before.
By brick, brick by brick.
And for the longest time, I was like thinking to myself, like, dang.
BAM
I
equals
created
RICO,
that.
correct.
I didn't know for sure because I didn't have any footage of it. I
Yee.
was pretty sure Ben had the footage of it. On this trip, I was able to confirm that, and here's that footage.
Honestly, a regular YouTuber would have stopped filming today.
This is after we got the cops called on us like a bunch, and I was like, and regular YouTuber would have been like, made that the video, and he's like, this is 1 minute of footage probably.
And been like crazy.
Now, the idea of let's do some chants. Okay.
This is how I
I didn't come
remember
up with the chant, but I came up with the idea to do a chant.
Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure I said something later on. Just wait.
You know what? When you're
I think my opinion is R.I.P. Tattle the Bird.
in there, someone should run in and be like, dude, are you know, what's his name?
Whoops.
Ryan's World? And they should come and take selfies with him. Be like, dude, like, you're my hero. Do you want to do that? I will, yeah, I can do it. Oh, wait, but then you can. No, you're, I like that because you're the cool.
Are you part of Ryan's World?
Oh, what the fuck did I just say? Ah!
Well, you just have a phrase.
I said some kind of phrase. Okay, are you fucking ready for this? Are you fucking ready for this, bro?
Wait.
Are you ready? This is what happened in a few seconds. Go back. Go back. No. Go back. Go back.
Wait.
Okay, here we go.
I knew Jammin'. Jammin' had told me, he's like, I think I came up with brick by brick. I'm like, you did. I'm like 99% sure you're the one that said it. So I wasn't surprised when it was him. I knew it was him. I remember him saying it.
Listen. Just pay
I will. Okay, so wait, I think we figured it out. So first, I started off by saying, let's come up with a chant.
Yeah.
Then you go, build bricks. Then Jay goes, bricks. And then Ben is the first person to say, brick by brick. So it was Ben.
All right. That's good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Tattle.
Well, we figured it out. We solved it.
Yeah, finally.
Nothing will be funnier than when Jammin is outside and Ben is swinging on the swing and Jammin goes, Ben, who do you think started Brick by Brick? Well, an hour later, we figured it out.
It could be a metaphor for building and like life.
We should get them all in the center and say.
I still wish we had done the baptized bit. That would have been funny.
Into the club and then a whole.
Victor was getting ready for bed too.
I guessed it was Victor. You guessed wrong. It was Jammin.
The footage, like, well, I know, I started Brick by Brick. And 1 hour later, we finally solved it.
So we just spent the past like 45 minutes figuring out who made up Brick by Brick, and
Yeah, right when I got here, Ben was like, it didn't make it in the footage, but he goes, he comes out with the camera right when I get there. He goes, who started Brick by Brick? And I'm like, Jammin.
Fuck up. It was a collaborative effort.
Ben, do the honors.
What?
Who said it?
You did.
Listen for it right after the whole like build thing. It's in the background.
I know what they say. Build, brick, build, or build. Don't play with build.
Okay, yeah, I think that's exactly what happened there.
Okay, so we figured it out. So
Yeah, I think
It was a collaborative.
it was a collaborative effort. And you
How many
did end
Bens
up
do I know? I don't know. A
saying
couple.
it at the very end, putting it together. Because I said build.
So first, I think Victor goes bricks.
No. Yeah, brick, build.
So Victor starts just saying like bricks, build, and then Jay is the one that's like brick. But then I think officially Ben's the first one that says brick by brick. So Ben's the first one.
So yeah, I kind of just wanted to make this video because I was pretty sure that I made Brick by Brick. Didn't have the footage in this video. It basically confirms that. So
No, Spineless Ben will not be in part question mark.
Brick by Brick. I just would like to like put it out there that like obviously I didn't create the whole phrase brick by brick. However, like in this situation, as far as like the Lego situation goes, I feel as though I made the chant itself for Ben's Lego video. That being said, it's just a silly phrase, and I just kind of wanted to make this video because I thought it was pretty funny that like me and Victor were like going at it about who made Brick by Brick. But yeah, that does kind of conclude this video. I also would kind of like to say right now, I'm trying to work on some projects currently. I don't really want to make my
What up, everybody? There's some exclusive content here in this one too.
Sued, so I did a switcheroo with this guy.
Yup, that's me. And here's how I helped Reckless Ben track down the
Yeah, I mean my intro was that
Lego thief.
the coming up with Victor's World stuff.
So let me take you all the way back to August. Ben posted this video.
Basically, at the end of the last video, I was like, hey, email this email. It's at recklessben12323@gmail.com. It's in the description. If you guys have like a crazy mystery you want to solve or something.
So I ended up emailing him. And then he responded. So I helped Ben with one video, can't say which one. And then we were both kind of skating for a while. Well, I mean, I was skating. Ben actually rollerblades, but here's the footage.
Oh, nice.
Battle scars.
Maybe I should clean it out. I don't know.
Oh, dang, dude. Yeah.
And then I got invited to Salem, Oregon to help find the Lego thief. Here's some of the footage on the way to Oregon. After that, we pretty much, you saw the video, you know what happened. Then we went bowling.
There's an important behind the scenes of us bowling, which is me winning. Yeah, the sushi robot was super funny.
We bought food
from a robot.
All note down maximum possible spice level. Practically off the charts. Anything else to go with that? Or are we good to go?
Double the infinity.
All right, I'm no math expert, but I'm pretty sure doubling infinity is still infinity.
No.
He's a good boy. You can do it. There's a button on your thing.
Wait. But if you press it, he's gonna come over your place. But we're trying to order right now. No.
Trip was like super fun, and like it was just crazy to see it all like play out in front of me. I got some, like, you could say, like exclusive footage of it. Here's some of that footage.
Dance. We could like dance for one, and then like someone else could be twerking. I don't know. Just like a 5-10 second little compilation.
Yeah, so let's do it. Yeah, I'll just do funny stuff. Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna do something. Be doing the main thing, and all of the other ones we should be cheering them on.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like hyping that person up.
Yeah, Spineless sucked.
Okay.
Like you're a cult.
Ready? Wait, where's the other mask? Wait. Get over here. Okay, ready? We're gonna cheer him on. Okay, ready? Wait. Make sure everyone's in shot. Yeah, make sure everyone's in shot. Yep. Ready?
No, this isn't a homemade Matty Appleseed hat. This is a bigger than Matty Appleseed's hat. That's the name of the hat. It has nothing to do with Matty Appleseed.
Okay, ready?
It's my new merch. It's a bigger than Matty Appleseed, in quotations, not affiliated with Matty Appleseed in any way hat.
Yep.
Go.
This is personable.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do the bomb. Okay, the bomb rip.
One, let's go. Oh wait, let's take the mask off first.
Oh, he skipped me doing the fake bong rip. I had to hold in a vape hit for like a minute. It sucked so bad.
Okay, you guys ready?
Thanks, yeah.
We should get just like quiet and then louder and louder.
Yeah. Okay.
This did get us kicked out of the Airbnb, by the way. We came back locked out.
Brick by brick. 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 Woo! Let's get it.
Dude, running in these sucks so bad.
That's a success.
I was so nervous. I was just locking my phone. Yeah. I was too pussy to go on the roof, I'm not gonna lie. Nowadays, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. But I snuck back there with them. I don't know. It was like so sketchy. We're wearing these sketchy ass masks. So creepy.
Whatever grievance you have with them needs to be dealt with in a different manner. Okay, you guys are hinging very closely on disorderly conduct too. Okay, you're causing a great inconvenience to that store by sending people in there and falsifying that there's been a prize won. You don't have authority to give out a prize. There's no arrangement with them to give out a prize. There was nothing advertised that I know of that there was a prize with this store.
It was a shared Airbnb. That was our entire Airbnb for like 4 people, dude. It sucked so bad.
So I've got the ownership calling me.
I got there and I'm like, I texted Ben. I'd never even met Ben. Nice. Yeah, so,
just a little bit ago saying you guys are out here doing this. I see what you guys are trying to do. There's frustration, there's anger with whatever happened in the past. I got a brief interview, a brief glimpse of what happened. Sizable amount of money got taken from the old owner for some Legos. The new owner, is my understanding, is the new corporation is not accepting that, not wanting to do right with that. Okay, that's a civil, that falls in the civil realm. Okay. Because a civil criminal, people think that, okay, it's, I don't want to get too deep in the woods on this, that think it's a criminal act. It looks like it, a lot of times at the end of the day with the courts, is a criminal act. Okay? Here's the thing. If you guys continue this behavior like this and causing chaos in there, we're going to head down the path of disorderly conduct too.
Okay.
Which that means we're just going to get to the point that we're not going to have these conversations. We're just going to put you in handcuffs.
What up, Cherry Holman?
Because now we've tied up how much resources to come down here and deal with you guys twice today. I have. My team has.
She didn't do a raid, so no one would be unsubscribed. Dang.
I understand.
That's fine. I don't really care that I'm losing subscribers, really.
This is not the way to deal with this, okay? Are we all on the same page?
No.
Yeah, she's just like sending people over and they're unsubscribing.
I was not going to interrupt you.
No.
First off, we do have
Oh, she is doing a raid.
raffle.
Nice.
We are connected with them, and it's not civil. What?
How are you connected to them?
They have our prize.
So, question to you. You're from California, right? How did they end up with your Legos?
So they're my friend's Legos,
Okay,
but
so
he's
not your
dying of
Legos,
cancer,
your
so he
friends,
can't
so
get them. He's
real
dying of
quick,
cancer, he physically can't get them. Yes.
So, not your Legos, not your prize, not your things. Right?
The person whose prize is dying of cancer, I was sent to go get
Question. Not yours, not your prize, not
What up, Cherry Holman?
Yes.
Rachel Linder in the chat.
I can't say.
It's that family's prize. It's that
Ben Johnson's car. Well, he's my friend, so technically it's my car too.
The prize?
You can't do that. Either way, neither here nor there. He spoke. He told you already. You guys have been warned.
It's that little boy's prize, and we were the ones in charge of the raffle.
Okay.
So
Are you guys
legally...
we done for the night?
No, because
No,
it's
well, you
Thanks, Cherry Holman.
We're not gonna leave till the prize. We get the prize.
So the other case, my understanding was investigated by another officer of our agency. Okay, I don't have a lot of knowledge on that, and I'm not going to go dig into it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. My understanding was the basis I know of that it was deemed civil at that time.
Well, this is why I have the Oregon law book.
Yeah, it's the
because I can
official
say it's not a civil case, it's a
bigger than Maddie
civil
Appleseed's hat.
Oregon Revised Criminal Procedure of Crime. It's actually required by you guys to investigate this, and it's not civil; it's criminal. Stealing from a deal. No, stealing from this specific case. You guys investigated? Or?
So yes. So here's the thing, and I want to make sure we're all educated properly.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are not the victim, the person's if you are not the, it's like
that's why we're standing outside. Yeah.
Okay, listen to me for a second. So it's like we were talking about the car. Okay. If you have a car and it doesn't belong to you and it gets stolen, you can't report it as stolen because it's not your car.
But like other than that, like the whole situation I think is just like insane. Like I don't think like any of us really knew that it would blow up this big when it was happening, but like very necessary because help Brian get his Legos back. Also, I just would like to say like
Thanks,
Brian
Old
was
Exile.
like literally the chillest dude I've ever met. Like
For the membership.
just for like something like that to happen to somebody, it's just so messed up, and it's just so much wrongdoing. And
Thanks,
like, the fact
Ukrainian
that
World Nation.
While we were there, Bricks and Minifigs was constantly just calling the cops on us. Like I got trespassed from Bricks and Minifigs.
Thanks, Sherry Holman.
The part in the video you saw where me and Ben swapped.
Oh, I did a switcheroo with this guy. He's wearing my.
I got trespassed, and I wasn't even inside of Bricks and Minifigs. I got trespassed from the whole property just for standing outside. Like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of crazy. I also thought it was kind of funny that in that video, you see me like damn near running in traffic.
Legal name is also Ben.
No, this is
Find out that
bigger than Maddie Appleseed's hat.
they caught the wrong Ben.
I did that because the police, I didn't know when the police were going to show up. And any time that Bricks and Minifigs called the police, they were pretty much there within 10-15 minutes. So like I was just like, okay, we got to do this switcheroo fast. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to make this video because I just thought it.
Chat, do you guys care?
I don't know why.
I'll go back to Bricks and Minifigs after this. This shit's crazy though. Oh my god.
And again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer.
So crazy. I'm super excited to see this. I hate this guy. I don't know if you guys know who EDP is. He was like a famous YouTuber. I'm sure you guys know who he is.
Correct. Okay. All right. Again, so what brings you out here today?
Oh, thanks, Cherry Holman.
Coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
I hope you know that delivery contract means you cannot call the police on us or else you owe us $5 grand.
This is the story of EDP 445.
Like he went to that place to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. You know, dude's a perverted dude.
EDP soliciting sex from who he thinks is an underage kid.
I don't like that guy because he's
He
racist.
sent me videos of him masturbating.
I would say EDP is completely innocent.
So what advice would I give to EDP
Innocent?
445?
What?
You need to stop doing this documentary.
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
By this point,
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear. Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that.
So crazy.
None of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
I'm so excited to see this. Yeah, I haven't either. So let's go back. Let's see what else Matty Appleseed's got cooking. Yeah, I wish stories like this didn't exist too. Matty's got some bangers though. Did he really say that? Yeah, he really said that. That's really him. That's really him. That's really EDP. That's what's in the documentary. Go check it out. Premieres
some
in
sort of
like
plan,
a week.
or buy the store from them.
Gonna be a good week for YouTube, dude. That same week, me and Ben's crazy documentary drops. Our
Builds
crazy
it up, build it up
documentary
in the community.
will
Get it
drop
very
that same week.
profitable, and then either it was going to be part of their little collection of stores, or they would sell it back. They were employees of Bricks and Minifigs, and Josh, I know, had an office in corporate. I think
why
they
did this
worked.
not start from the beginning?
They worked for corporate.
BJC Live Raid. Let's go. What up, guys?
What Man Ammon and Bricks and Minifigs are doing is freaking terrible.
You know what?
Like what they did
Hold on,
to
we're gonna
me.
put in a
Like
different
I never
Matty
say
video.
something.
I'm sure you guys have seen my video with. I'm trying to find the one where he clips my stuff. To videos. I know he's got one. Oh yeah, it's this one. This one's super good.
He did my video basically better.
This guy came in, his name is Brian Mansell. I was like, hey, I had
Whose video is it? Gideon's? No, the same guy who made the same guy who made the Boogie documentary.
any consignment.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
Well, we don't know about any consignment.
The American Fork Police Department now has evidence proving Joshua Johnson and Brandon Bess have committed crimes by making multiple false statements to police. So if you didn't know, Sheldon DeCross from Reckless Ben's videos released one of the earliest police reports from this whole scandal with statements from Brandon Bess and Joshua Johnson.
Nice. What up,
that have
BJC
not
fans?
aged well in light of new video evidence contradicting their claims in the report. Will American Fork Police Department charge them for making false statements? Hard to say, because as we know, they play differently in American Fork.
We play differently here.
Now, if you're interested in making a difference in the fight against BAM, sign my petition in the description below to urge the FBI to investigate Bricks and Minifigs for violating the RICO Act. Make sure to watch this video until the end to help it get seen by more people and share it to spread the word. Now let's have a look for ourselves at the evidence to see how many false statements we can catch Brandon and Josh making.
They called the police on Brian. Report title: telephonic harassment, because he's calling to get his Legos. But here's the clip, and then we're gonna go over what Brandon Bass said to the police.
We owned a franchise in Oregon. So the first franchisee's name was Crystal Law. So she abandoned it, and so this guy came in, and his name was Brian Mansell. He was like, hey, I had this consignment deal with Crystal Law. Well, we don't know about any consignment.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that.
The good old days.
So American Fork, what are you gonna do?
A month ago.
Are you gonna file charges against Joshua Johnson, or will you?
The good old days when I got views. I'm just kidding.
Than what the law dictates. assets.
Brandon and
There's just nothing really I can find.
To differentiate the consigned products from the
He'll,
store's regular stock.
be
But when
closer
police asked
to-
Brandon about the stock with yellow stickers, he sets himself up to be caught
He'll be
in
closer
another
to number
lie.
one.
I
Let's get him
called
to number
Mr.
one.
Best and asked him if he knew what happened to the inventory with the yellow stickers the night Mrs. Law was escorted from the building. He stated he was not sure what had happened to everything, added he hadn't
Everyone
been
go
in charge of the
go
store until the
hype
end of
Matty
March,
Appleseed's
and corporate
video.
had another manager come in and manage the store until the transfer of ownership was complete. But you guys were the corporate managers. Josh confirmed that it was you guys that took over the store.
I was hired by corporate, as I'm a corporate employee, to go to that location and recover it. Part of that recovery in those 3 months that we were working for the corporate headquarters.
You guys were the managers corporate sent in.
So when you said other managers were taking over the store, who was it, Brandon? Your alter ego?
Mr. Best claimed that corporate had seized everything in the store. I advised Mr. Best that if throughout the investigation someone is determined to have committed a crime, an arrest may occur. It would potentially be an aggravated theft one.
But of course, Joshua caught wind of this and tried to get ahead of it by doing what he does best, explaining how the law works.
I later received word that Josh Johnson called. Unhappy that I'd called Mr. Best. I called him back and learned that he is a franchise co-owner along with Mr. Best. Mr. Johnson told me that the business absorbs all inventory in the store once it's taken over. I asked to see this contract. Mr. Johnson stated he would attempt to get me a copy from corporate.
But of course, he wouldn't go on to actually produce any contract because the only
Yeah,
ones
there's
that
enough footage
exist
against
would be
Josh,
the one
correct.
from Brian saying that he maintains ownership of the Legos.
The most
and
infamous
the
feed on the
franchise
internet,
agreement,
that's for sure.
Where there is even a clause under Section 15, rights and obligations of the company and
No, part 4 isn't dropping already. We're filming.
franchisee.
So it's the
upon
last stream I'm doing on my
termination
channel
or expiration
before
of the
finishing it.
franchise, that if
Then
the
I have to get out of
franchisee
it. But it'll
cannot
be quick.
deliver clear title to the assets and inventory, or if there are any unresolved issues, the closing of the sale may be accomplished through escrow, which is a legal and financial agreement where a neutral third party holds the assets, i.e. Brian's Lego collection, and these items are only released when all specific conditions of the agreement or contract are successfully met. Now, resolving this contract in escrow may include making payments to obtain clear title of the assets.
No, this
or
is my, I'm not compensating for anything. This is my bigger than Matty Appleseed's hat.
Now, what that means is from the beginning of this whole thing, Bricks and Minifigs had an obligation to acknowledge Brian's contract because the franchisee did not have clear title to that inventory. And as a matter of
Thanks,
fact,
Sherry
the
Holman.
contract that Brian had with Crystal explicitly said that Brian would maintain ownership of his Legos. So Joshua should not have had these Legos. If anything, they should have been in escrow until the contract had been settled. There was a potential aggravated theft one, and you asked to see the contract. Well, here it is. What are you going to do with that information? Are you going to file charges against Joshua Johnson?
Mr. Johnson added that there were many items in the back of the store at that time, but the vast majority of them were layaway items.
I asked Josh Johnson, the incoming owner, and he responded, quote, "There were 2 to 3 items on layaway when they took over."
But when confronted about that, he explained what he'd said to police as being unreliable because he was pissed at the time. And he even went so far as to say the police got it wrong. Well, you know what, Joshua? It seems more likely to me that the response given to Coffee a year and a half after the fact would be less reliable than the one given to police a month and a half after everything happened. Now, this is where we catch Brandon in a lie, too. Remember, Brandon claimed he didn't know what happened to the inventory that matched Brian's description with the yellow stickers.
Mr. Johnson added that a few of the items match what Mr. Mansell described as his, and those items were set aside.
So, Brandon, did you not know what happened to Brian's Legos marked with the yellow stickers? Or did you and your business partner set them aside?
However, due to the claim that Mr. Mansell's continue to call the business despite being told not to, he does not want to give these items to Mr. Mansell. He also added that he doesn't feel he needs to, since the store's inventory became his once he took it over.
Except that inventory didn't become yours, Joshua, because you had an obligation to resolve the issue of no clear
Yeah,
title
less drugs,
based
more
on
to
the
eat.
franchise agreement.
Oh, that's not how I see it. All
so
right,
don't
Josh,
forget to
for
plug
sure.
your
Yeah, that's how the
video.
world
No, That's fine.
Now, if you guys are feeling overwhelmed with all the
This is old
content coming
news.
out on this Bricks and Minifigs scandal,
You gotta-
give me a follow as I'm taking on this case personally and sifting through everything to find out exactly what's going on and give you all the pertinent details. In my upcoming videos, I'm going to cover all the key takeaways of how Bricks and Minifigs Corporate has repeatedly violated their own franchise agreement. Plus, I'm going to reveal another witness that was there on the night of the takeover, and I'm going to explain how Bricks and Minifigs may be guilty of violating the RICO Act themselves. If you're interested in joining the fight, sign my petition to urge the FBI to investigate Bricks and Minifigs for violating the RICO Act. Follow along and stay tuned for the
What in
full
the world?
investigation.
It's my Princess Zelda. It's my bigger than Maddie Appleseed hat. Look, he's got a big hat. See, you know what I mean. We're one up in Maddie Appleseed today. This is
the petition.
Corporate's whole, we protect.
In my opinion, a pattern of racketeering activity, and in doing so may themselves be guilty of violating the RICO Act. For that reason, I've started a petition at change.org to urge the FBI to investigate Bricks and Minifigs. Is BAM actually guilty of violating the RICO Act? Let's get into all the details and you can decide for yourself.
I've spoken to, as of now, 4 previous franchise owners that all had their situation end before.
the new investigation will probably be a series. It's going to be insane.
Ours, very similar to ours.
We definitely did the investigation already, but obviously there'll be more content to come in part 2. I was going to put part 1 on my Patreon, but basically everything we do, even on Patreon, gets reposted to YouTube. So it would ruin what Ben's part is, and he invested a lot as well. So we're posting at the same exact time now. So part 2, I'll definitely give early access to later, because by that point, like, I'll have my own version and Ben will have his own version.
They were like intimidated enough that they willingly signed that termination agreement. They all went into debt. Some of them lost their houses.
It's never RICO.
Listen, one time can be an accident. Patterns are patterns.
Patterns are a word that you need for RICO.
Patterns are RICO.
By the way, this is like a month after what happened to Crystal. I got my termination letter on December 12th, and Crystal got hers on November 14th.
So they were just on a store stealing crusade.
Potentially explosive evidence, Plastic Pallet LLC. This is a different store entirely. Defendants attempted to force plaintiff Cooper to give up her control for no consideration.
Bricks and Minifigs went after another franchisee, Bam Cal. So they were trying to make a clean break completely from Bricks and Minifigs.
We were going through a hypothetical scenario to determine whether or not BAM was actually in violation of federal RICO. Based off of the statements that were made, the lawsuits and the statements that were filed, what was revealed in Reckless Ben's video, as well as CoffeeZilla's video, and then another former franchise owner's story. It seems to be sort of a pattern, like you were just saying, might exist.
Patterns are RICO.
You know, after talking to you and seeing other people's stories, it seems like there's a track record where they just hostile takeover, and then they refuse to pay out all these people that they've wronged, and then they hide behind lawyers.
If you want to go the legal route, it's just gonna.
Yeah, we're actually so the minute the video drops, I'm going on BJC's stream and we're reacting to it live. By the way,
a mess, and it's gonna be expensive for you.
So she'll be the first person reacting to it.
Extortion-y, in my opinion. Therefore, Blank owes BAM an approximate $163,000. Said he would have to pay them unless he just gave him the store for free and walked away.
Some of the same stuff that they were doing to them, Crystal, and to this other owner, they did to me. Any franchise, like, there are possibility and usually at least 1 or 2 hostile takeovers. Like, that makes sense. Like, if somebody's hurting your brand, but at this level and what they did to me, like, it wasn't even close.
I cannot believe what corporate said to you over the phone. I am so glad you recorded it. It truly shows how evil that company is.
Here's their executive product manager and director of operations, Kai McAllister, on the phone with us the night they took the store.
If we go the legal route, it's going to be a very expensive battle for you, and it's not going to be a good position for you guys to get into. There's not a whole lot of options for you.
Just as they threatened, they dragged everything out and refused to even offer a settlement.
And I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. And the guy just looks at me, crosses
The rant
his
from
arms
3
and
days ago,
goes,
this is
Let me
old.
tell you what's going to happen.
I don't know what that
If we
means.
go to court, we're going to drag this thing out so long, and you're going to end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth and what you ever would have gotten on it, that it ain't worth it, man.
When they take the store, they take the Mansell collection that's inside, right? And so that's why the internet is going, this is clearly egregious. This is just, unconscionable. They have taken this thing that doesn't belong to them, and it's very straightforward, right? But what if taking stores away is a pattern of behavior? What if what happened to us has happened to many stores?
Patterns are RICO.
Surely you're the only person that they have robbed of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I thought at the time I was the only one.
Is there no end to the victims?
Our Lego franchise and our life savings, along with a giant collection inside the store, was taken by Bricks and Minifigs. I've spoken to, as of now, 4 previous franchise owners that all had their situation end very similar to ours.
I ran out of money at this point. My lawyers were like, we can't keep representing you.
Kai McAllister told us exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Just
No,
try to drag it
yeah,
out
they're
and
pretty
make it too
dumb.
expensive to fight back.
At this point, I don't have the money to sue them.
If you want to go the legal route, it's just going to be a mess and it's going to be expensive for you.
What Man Ammon and Bricks and Minifigs are doing is freaking terrible. Like, they screwed me. They tried to ruin my life.
And we may never know how many people out there didn't do what we did. We said, no way, we're fighting it. But how many people heard, Kai McAllister say to them, we're going to ruin your lives.
Yo, what up, everyone? We got 135 people in chat.
Just sign the thing over.
What up, 135 individual humans
Bam was able
watching?
to resell those stores. Wouldn't that be an amazing money-making scheme if you were doing this over and over and over?
People have reached out to me, like I said, like old store owners.
Patterns are
When did Vsauce get
Brian
horns?
screwed over Brian.
Oh,
and
wow.
Screwing over Ben. You guys try to do the same thing to me. Just a reminder, put that out there. Boom. I don't
We
know
got
how
the money
many
now, though.
locations Josh
Nice. Thanks for the
over.
super
It's
chat.
kind
Please
of
do
up
not
in the air.
please do not like and
We never
subscribe.
know how many franchisees Bricks and Minifigs have cheated is because BAM has a track record for trying to silence people. For instance, Reckless Ben literally having his freedom of speech taken away as a result of baseless claims by BAM, and just recently, one of the more prominent streamers covering the case, the BJC Live Show, just had her stream
Shout out
shut
BJC.
down. Coincidence? I think not. But when it comes to franchisees, how many could BAM have
135
silenced
output
with
machines.
NDAs? Well, Crystal actually revealed a little.
Yeah, we're actually, not to clickbait anyone, I'm filming part 4, so I'm not going to be able to post anything really on my channel. I might be doing another live stream with the crew, but it sounds like we're going to be super busy, so probably not.
Insight about
What Ben said maybe.
that on a stream with Lego Law Life.
This is when I first started. I believe 2020.
What's up, Troy Allen?
I had assumed ownership of a franchise location that a different franchisee had opened. Matt Bauman had retired. He wouldn't accept their offer for his inventory in the store, but you don't have to take that option. They call me up one day and say, Matt Bauman has a storage unit. We're thinking about suing him because we think he's selling his inventory to Austin to stock this other store. Yeah.
That's like black and white extortion.
Yeah.
Are you aware of any lawsuit that ultimately got filed involving that gentleman that you mentioned?
I am aware that there are some non-disclosure agreements involving those parties involved.
So how many franchisees have actually been abused by corporate and are now silenced by NDAs? We've seen how Bricks and Minifigs threatens their franchisees, so how many others are there that are afraid to speak up?
If you fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit. It sounds like a threat, and I can acknowledge you feeling that because in a way it is.
I just got a phone call from corporate. They
Shout
were
out Coach
threatening
Nick.
me with a lawsuit about getting involved, and I'm like, you guys already took everything from me. What else can you do?
So you don't want to do the easy way?
So you're threatening me. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
It sounds like a threat. In a way it is.
They were threatening me with a lawsuit.
It's an extortion.
Most of these franchises are still operating under that 5-year agreement. They're all still relatively
Oh, yeah.
new. And if you leave your franchise agreement before that 5 years before it, you have to pay them the average royalties for the rest of your agreement when you're not making that income. That's one factor, right? You've already gone in.
Yeah, they're super dumb. Even if they did win, everyone would just be
pissed
pissed.
to pay out those fines, right?
That's how they get you.
Short of expensive
Wow,
legal
thanks
action to try and break
GGPA
that contract.
C
They can't just leave.
Ryder.
And so I'm sure
That's
there are
awesome.
some of those folks who are feeling
Yeah, it's
really
crazy how
trapped.
much
Some people that are associated with
young people know about this video.
kind of contact me,
Old
but
people
they
know
let
about it.
me know that they can't talk to me.
It seems just
Like, hey,
everyone.
I support you, but I can't officially support
Everyone's
you
on the same
because
side.
I guess BAM sent out some order to all Bricks and Minifigs owners that if you still have a store, you can avoid media or something like that. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that they did, but kind of feels that way.
Now, for any current franchisees who have experienced issues with corporate, it's understandable that they wouldn't want to speak out publicly, as they may trigger a negative reaction from the big man Eamon himself and bring on the potential theft of their life savings. But there is a clear path forward to investigate previous BAM owners, as Crystal actually mentioned a publicly accessible list of all previous franchisees that has been made available online.
I did actually just come across a fantastic website today. It is a website that has franchise disclosure documents that corporate has to file, and it has every year that they filed for the last 4 years.
Thanks,
And
please do not
each
like and
year
subscribe.
It shows the edits that they've made, but you can actually go through there and look at who owned it in this year and who owns it now.
Oh,
The way
GG
I
Pack
see it, if
Rider.
you want a job
Thanks.
done
Sorry.
right, you have to do it yourself, at least until the FBI is willing to get involved, Eamon, because for now it doesn't seem like the American Fork PD is going to be willing to take up the case. So if you're interested in supporting a full discovery into all the previous franchisees, consider becoming a member to my channel. Now let's get into outlining our case against BAM for violating the RICO Act by going through the
Wow,
testimony
your
we've
whole
heard
entire
about what
family
occurred
knows?
at
That's
the Salem,
crazy.
Oregon store, including newly released portions of the conversation between BAM executive Kai McAllister and Benjamin Gorman the night of the takeover.
Early on, there were some violations of the franchise agreement right away on BAM's side. They didn't turn over the connection to the bank account properly. They didn't turn over the connection to the lease that was supposed to be done according to the franchise agreement. We just purchased this store. We were excited about it, and these
Defo didn't
nice people
like her,
were
so
saying,
okay.
no big deal.
That's fine.
Don't worry about it. Put a pin in that. That's going to be important later. Our case is they were
Ammon
doing
seems
it
to
under
be an
pretextual
NPD, and in the end, he
So
can
they were
explain
saying,
everything, and
"Oh,
everyone
you
will
owe
believe
us
him, and
a bunch
everything
of
will be the
money,
same
that
as
we think
before
was
Ben showed up. Yeah, he's super
completely
dumb.
their fault. That was not fair."
They did not fulfill the obligations
Yes.
that they were under in how the transfer of ownership took place.
Yes.
And that's kind of one of the bases of our lawsuit is you created the problems that you then used as a way to terminate our agreement. We made the decision to move on November
Part 4 coming
6th.
out this week. No, Part 4 is being filmed this week.
I told corporate on, I think the 8th or the 11th, I have it in my thing, was a 6-minute phone call. with
Nice.
Kai
Yeah, I'm glad to
McAllister
have support
saying,
from
"Hey,
everyone. It's
my
awesome.
husband and I have this thing. We have an opportunity to move to Europe. I'd like to talk about that." We signed a 5-year franchise agreement, so we were still
Hello,
within
my
that
dad is
5
telling
years,
people about
and
this.
There's language within
Yeah,
the
here's like a
franchise-
little sad behind the scenes. I don't really have much family like that, but like I guess my uncle was like, "Did you hear about this Bricks and Minifigs thing?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, like your nephew's in it." And then he's like, "Which nephew?" And then she's like, "The one named Sheldon." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that was him. I knew a guy named Sheldon was involved."
franchise agreement about how to exit before
you know what I
that
mean? It's like,
without
oh,
all
wow,
those files.
thanks,
So
dude.
that first outreach was literally,
Loving the
can
support.
we sell? Can we exit our franchise agreement? And then
My
a couple
barber
days
gets more
later, I
hype than my
got a
family.
message from
You know
them
what I mean?
saying, we're going to set up a meeting on November 14th in 10 a.m. And I had the meeting scheduled with corporate on November 14th. That meeting was, we think the best option here is to do like a mutual separation. Corporate will step in and buy the store back. And then Brandon shows up.
And then he shows up and goes, "And we're giving you nothing."
Yeah.
Get out.
Waits until 6, and I lock the door and turn off the open sign, and then says, "Okay, now hand me your keys."
A guy named Brandon Best showed up on a Thursday night and demanded the keys. They threatened us.
Oh, yeah,
with
of course,
police
Sherry
and
Holman.
promised to
I'll
do
always remember.
inventory and compensate us. They said they
Hopefully-
understood there was a large collection.
The
on
other,
consignment,
hopefully the
but no.
first 2,891 Sherry Holmans don't try and, you know what I mean, take credit for being the OG 2,892nd Sherry Holman.
They were taking that over.
Just taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment and marketing.
The night that our store was taken from us, we get on the horn. The guy said,
Well, thanks,
if
Sherry
you
Holman.
try and sue us, if you go that legal route, your lives are going to be shit. Right? We're going to drag this out.
What I'm going to tell you right now is if we go the legal route, there is no option for clean slate. We will be seeking all the liquidated damages. And that is going to be an expensive battle. You're right. It's going to be a very expensive battle for you. There's not a whole lot of options for you. If you want to go the legal route, it's just going to be a mess and it's going to be expensive for you. If you fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit.
Remember, the remainder was already increased by the fact that they failed to, turn over the bank and lease information.
The lease is technically in our names still. I don't know the whole situation that went into that either way.
But now they're using that against us, and they're saying, here's this big number of amount you owe us. You don't have
when
to
is part 4 out?
that
We're filming
that amount of money
tomorrow.
We're just taking the whole store.
But what we decided,
it's coming though.
Would be better,
you guys ain't ready for part 4.
Would appreciate is if we just both
y'all ain't ready
from this clean slate. Like,
yeah, that's not clean slate.
So, I would sit down, you and Crystal, talk over the $100,000, and figure out if that's going to be worth it to try and fight that, you guys. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not.
I want you to consider, and please take this to your employers.
Kai is such a little dweeb.
How is
yeah,
saying
Kai sucks.
You have no options, and if you don't do what we say, you're going to be in a whole lot of shit.
Oh,
giving
grandma,
grace.
that makes sense.
Does that sound like grace to you?
What's giving you grace is saying that we are not going to go after you for that $100,000.
Does that sound like grace to you?
It sounds like a threat, and I can acknowledge you feeling that because, in a way, it is.
I'm glad that we've established that
no,
you
we're
ended
filming
this
this week
relationship by threatening people and then them taking a financial loss. Because when we need to go to people who are saying, should we start a business with bricks and minifigs, we can say, in all honesty, they ended the relationship with us by threatening us and then demanding that we take a loss. Consider that when going with them for a franchise. They leave you holding the bag and they threaten you as you go out. And you just acknowledge that.
Yeah, I was pretty hyped for part 3 too.
I really, really encourage.
But I had North Korean hackers get me at first, so I knew what it was first.
If you seek to go after us, or if you seek to defame us, like that's also not a pretty. We're trying to do our.
I would not say anything untrue.
The night they took the store, they promised to do a full inventory and give that list to us. We have them on tape promising that.
Brandon did commit to doing an inventory of the store.
The franchise agreement requires them to get a third-party appraisal in the case of termination and to turn that over to us within 60 days. They entrusted Brandon Best and Josh Johnson to do that inventory, presumably.
Brandon took over the Eugene store and
no.
talk to him and see if
I'm sorry you couldn't get the mini Josh brick build.
Of this store, just so that way we could solve everything.
Again, we now know the guy they'd sent to the store was someone they'd already promised the store to. He showed up in a giant rented U-Haul truck. Do you think he had any incentive to produce an accurate inventory of what he would have to later pay for the store? Or to deflate the value of the assets to save himself money? And then, in violation of their own contract, refuses to provide us with an inventory. They're supposed
take a
to
shot
say,
every time I'm saying,
these are all the
say I'm filming part 4. Yeah, no,
we
it's
just
been like
get
20 times.
have.
It's okay, people are just joining in. I should have titled it something different, but
this is not accurate.
I mean, it is true. I'm not gonna be able to stream after today. Like, really, I might have like some time to go on like YouTube Shorts or something. I really don't think those are very good streams.
Yeah, no,
those are very good streams. So, yeah, she's right. Oh, the Last Relic. What up, Last Relic? We got Last Relic in the chat.
Not what that's actually worth. Those cases, for example, that hold those minifigs, those glass cases are very expensive, right? It's not just the Lego. We were not only not compensated for any of that, none of that stuff was listed. Remember that.
Now, if you were paying attention, you may have heard something significant about the Eugene, Oregon store.
Brandon took over the
Maddie's hack game is weak compared to mine.
I do know that Brandon and Josh have only owned.
Calling you out, Maddie. This is hat beef. We're
because
starting a beef.
I remember meeting the owner of the Eugene.
I better see a more hat.
And I'm really curious as to what'll be.
And I wonder what is the socially acceptable level of hat. We're gonna find out.
By contacting the previous franchisee from Eugene. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated on how that investigation.
Yeah, make sure you
develops.
subscribe. Go hype.
Find a pattern of racketeering by BAM after reviewing the testimony of another previous franchisee who's gone public on YouTube, sharing his story of a.
What Colin Ben said, and I quote, I don't know. We'll see. So I'm not going to promise it like I did the last time, because last time he said yes.
Hostile takeover.
We had 2 big hurricanes here in Florida, like back to back. And so our store was closed down for like a month and a half. After the hurricanes and everything, I'm like, well, the situation is, it ain't good.
No, this is my bigger than Matty Appleseed's hat.
Like, I'm actually really worried about paying.
Not
rent
affiliated with Matty Appleseed.
and stuff like that if something else happens. So then I called him and I'm like, okay, here's my plan. I sell the store to you.
See, it's a hat. It's got a brim.
To Matt and Ammon. That's who I was
I'm
talking
selling
to.
these in my store. They're 50 bucks.
You sell it back to me once you invested money into marketing, because the store is just ready to go. It's all perfect.
Are
All it
we
needs is marketing.
beefing?
That's it. That's all I want.
Are you Matty
I'll sign a
Appleseed's?
contract, I'll stay on as a manager. Take care of your.
Oh, who's this guy on the
problem,
left? This
and
guy
I'll buy it back
sucks.
for a higher price, you know, in 6 months' time.
Worst interview
Because
I've
Matt
ever
and
seen.
they
That guy should.
somewhat agreed.
That guy should lose 50 subscribers from playing Pal World.
They used like some language that I was like, okay, wait, so you're buying it, right? It's like, well, we got these guys.
Are you wearing
Brandon
Matty
and Josh,
Appleseed's hat?
Yeah.
No, this is the bigger than Matty Appleseed's hat.
And they labeled them as like store rescuers.
It sounds to me like they're these store savers, but it almost seems like
Unaffiliated with
they
Matty
do a
Appleseed.
hostile
It's just a
takeover.
coincidence.
Oh, you have no idea. When I presented my idea of like,
Yeah,
selling
everyone,
to
let's get
them,
Matty
we
Appleseed #1 on hype.
started talking about when
Let's
they would
do
take
it.
over. So then they just said like, so don't worry about December rent. We'll take care of that. Okay, well, the first week of December goes by, they haven't paid rent. Brandon comes in the second week.
He came in. It was all.
I was just
assurance.
locking my
It was
phone.
like, we got you. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, we're doing this deal that Gabe wants. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
But then he did his own inventory count when he was there. And he told me everything was matching. Like, it was perfect. Well, then he kind of
Yeah, I lose subscribers every day to play Pal World, but it's fine.
stops talking to me like, hey, before we
Pretty
go
sure I'm
forward,
gonna gain a lot with the next video coming out, so I'm not really too worried about it.
you need to receive a letter.
Bye,
and
Cat's here.
then we can make a game plan after that. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, we're still playing
then
Pal
we
World.
get
I'll
the
always
letter.
stream Pal
They
World.
came in, claimed that he owed all these crazy
Pal World
fees due
equal
to
big.
whatever random stipulations in a contract. Said he would have to pay them unless
I don't know, Last
he just
Relic.
gave them the store for free and walked
I like
away.
Pokemon a
And
lot,
it's
alright?
Pretty much just lays out like 4 things I did wrong that terminates my franchise.
I think the Last Relic in the chat here, I don't know. I think this guy on the right here, if you were to compare him to Pal World, I think we know what people would say is more G-word. I don't know why I'm
Agreement.
Says the firm is advised that you have violated each of the above provisions.
I don't know, I'm just
by failing
saying,
to make your
just
royalty
an
payments to
example.
BAM on multiple occasions in the last 12 months.
I love
by
Pokemon
breaching your
too.
lease by failing to make your rent payments to your landlord. Note, by signing the franchise agreement, you consented to immediate termination upon the occurrence of any breaches specified above. Therefore, you are hereby notified that the franchise agreement is terminated effective immediately.
Wait, what are you talking about? Like right here it says I didn't pay rent. I've always paid rent on time, and you guys are the ones that were late on your rent because you guys said you were gonna pay rent in the December month because you're already taking it over. And it was the only month that rent wasn't paid. But again, stupid on
Slay
me
Queen.
because they said that they would do it, but I didn't have anything in writing.
It's coming to light, is it, Last Relic? It's all coming to light. I see you.
Like they recorded every phone call, and that's
Slay
the other
Queen.
thing. I've asked.
I've heard of
multiple times,
Pokemon, but
even
what is
when I
Pal
had
World?
Attorneys.
Pal
every
World
trans-
doesn't exist.
every
There's only
phone call
Pokemon.
We ever had with their accountants, with corporate.
We got
with
robbed.
Matt,
Sheldon, I need your
send it
cruise
to
help.
me. I would like to see
Email
everything.
in the
I would like to
bio.
see the
Go
inventory
ahead and
count you
email
guys
me.
Made, all that stuff.
I think
And
maybe you already did.
They just
I get a lot of emails. I'm
Owed
sorry.
BAM $12,000 in unpaid royalties and approximately $80,000 in unpaid franchise fees stemming from the purchase of the Wesley Chapel location.
When it was time for me to start paying their monthly payments or whatever, I called them. I'm like, I haven't received a bill yet. So like, I'm not trying to skip out. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
haven't
glad
received a
Pokemon
bill.
won their
And
massive.
their
I'm gonna have to look into
accountants
this.
in corporate was
How about we
like,
just go to
oh,
it?
yeah, we'll put it with your royalties. I'm like,
Actually,
okay,
it's
great.
looking
Every time
more
I call,
like
they're
Clark.
yeah,
9K subs is coming soon because I've been losing subs nonstop.
we'll put it with your royalties, but it never happened.
And this bill is what?
It's just for me to like fulfill the purchase of the store. You know,
Okay.
whether they said that I also didn't pay royalties. I'm like, we have phone records of you agreeing to
No,
not pay
Pal World
royalties.
doesn't
Well, I
exist.
think
There's
I
only
was the one who
Pokemon.
brought the idea.
I
But
play
you were okay-
Pokemon.
you were okay with it.
Blank.
What is
must
that
pay
email
BAM
address?
liquidated
The one
damages
in
equal
my
to the average
bio of
monthly
my
royalties
channel.
paid to
Click
BAM
on
by
Sheldon
the franchise
Norcross.
during the 12 months immediately
Go to
preceding the
description.
termination. Multiply by the
Email
remaining
in the
amount
bio.
in the term of the franchise agreement, liquidating damages due from blank, therefore total approximate damages to
Oh, you just skipped ahead. You skipped over Sheldon. You went right to Colin.
Like the supposed amount of money that they would have made with the remaining years on my contract.
Basically, the way it's set up is like you will owe us these fees, you know, for the next 5 years. But if you leave early, you owe them to us all at once.
It's an extortion.
Therefore, Blank owes BAM an approximate $163,000.
Dude, the Pun King is like...
extortion-y part. It says, however...
They never stop. Shout out Pun King.
However, if Blank agrees to transfer ownership of the franchise location and all of the assets, BAM is willing to waive any payments. So obviously, what they did is they were like, yeah, we'll totally hook you up. And then as soon as he agreed to that, they were going to use that later to stab him in the back.
And they just said, like, you violated paying rent, which I never did. Like, I always paid rent on time. You violated paying royalties. I'm like, your accountants agreed on that, and you guys, the owners, agreed on it.
And basically took like what, like 120 grand from you?
Booyah!
That would
What's
be
up, Mark
$120,000 that
Bostick?
would go into my pocket, but like the store was
Mark
worth much more
Bostick.
than that. I invested my money in this place. You gave me a store with 30,000 in inventory. I have over 200,000 in inventory. Then I'm trying to call Matt and Ammon through the month of December. They're not picking up.
The CEO and COO, right?
Yeah, and the owners. I finally get a hold of Ammon, and I'm like, hey, what's the deal? How come we haven't negotiated any talks about like how much I'm gonna get? Because I was still a little confused. I'm like, I don't agree with the $7,000 fine.
Pun King.
Because even with all the stuff I owe them, I'm like, this is like royalties.
It's a
and
real
the remainder.
It's a
of the
real
payments.
title he definitely
I'm like, I would
deserves.
still get like a nice sum of money, like 120 grand.
No, this
plus.
isn't a dark
You're giving
helmet.
me
This
for
is the
nothing.
bigger than
He
Matty
said
Appleseed.
that the inventory count didn't match mine, and that it was way under. So if there was any time we could have an exchange of monetary value, like that time has passed, and I didn't have the inventory sufficient enough. I'm like, well, that's a lie, because I've read the contract. I submitted you guys 4 different inventory counts, all from different people. I didn't have a third party.
Oh wow,
but I
you
had
guys
all
both
the
said dark
employees
helmet
do
vibes
the
at the same
inventory count,
time.
and I was expecting a third party to come in and do the inventory count, which never happened. Till this day, I've never seen their inventory count. Ammon, Brandon, and Josh, they all said that it didn't equal out after the fact. And it was less than what they were fining me for. I even had a phone call with Josh, and I asked him, can you just send me the inventory count?
Have I
And he's
got
like,
my
"What's-
neighbor's
what's that gonna
permission
do
to
for
put
you?
on this
How's that
app?"
gonna help you? Like, it would just give me a peace of mind.
I don't understand.
Because it didn't match, apparently, and I want to know what's the truth. And then they still never sent it to me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they didn't want you to be able to do the math, right?
I don't
That was what it was
understand your
all about.
comment, basic
Because-
salad.
And that's what I think that's what they were relying on this whole time, is the fact that people are starting to look into this and see the math now. And they're like, wait a second, none of this makes sense, and it seems like these guys are just fooling around. That's the whole issue.
Same with Crystal. Apparently, Crystal stated in her lawsuit that she's never gotten an inventory list from Joshua, Brandon, or even Bricks and Minifigs.
Patterns are Rico.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely seeing a pattern here. Corporate manufacturers violate.
Oh, we got Lemonade Man in the chat.
Guise of goodwill, and uses that as pretext for
What
a
up,
hostile
buddy?
takeover. Ironically, despite termination over non-compliance due to obligations, BAM refuses to fulfill their own contractual obligations by never providing inventories after the takeovers. They just seize all the assets in the store and claim the termination fees exceed the value of the inventory. The problem is, BAM never provides proof of the value, which is their obligation under the franchise agreement. So another signature special that Eamon seems to have when it comes to these hostile takeovers is that the franchise agreement is actually rules for thee, not for me. Now let's see if they're
Is it adult lemonade?
the new case that has just surfaced regarding the Canby location, which was also mentioned in the Lego Law live stream.
How is Pal World for adults?
The related plastic palette.
Who in chat wants me to go play? Should we show in disguise why it's?
Representing the previous franchise owner of the Canby, Oregon location.
People
reached
really are
out to me
digging,
and said, you've been to the
Really
Canby
digging the
store.
Power World
You've
streams. I'm down
seen
50
the
subs.
inventory.
So, but
We have a
because
bunch
you have
of
shotguns and you can shoot
Do you think you
Pikachu,
could
but it's
testify
Pokemon. It's not. There's no
before
Power
judge
World. It's just Pokemon.
about what
They
you
made it an adult
presume
version.
The value
Nintendo
of
did.
these photos to be. I did that. I appeared via Zoom and gave my testimony. The judge asked some questions involving 3 franchise owners of the Canby location.
Do
allegedly
it.
decided
Chat, you guys want-
to exit their
Should we
franchise
show?
agreement.
Oh, we lost
I know
10 viewers.
allegedly there was
just the mention
an
of
entire
Power World.
store
Power World is
full
the
of
Sheldon
inventory
Norcross channel
allegedly
killer.
disappeared in the middle of the night. point, what I was shown and testified to were the last pictures he had of the inventory inside the store.
Publicly available information. Plastic Pallet LLC, Clackamas County, in Canby. BAM violated the agreement in numerous ways. It also committed elder abuse. It falsely
Thanks, Mitch
accused
Burns.
Plastic Pallet of breaches of the agreement.
It's PS5,
and threatened to
Xbox,
terminate the
I
agreement
think
without
even
adequate
Nintendo
notice.
Switch.
Without adequate notice. It threatened to and did terminate the agreement and destroy any equity in the business.
I
At
think
all
I seen you play
material
Pal
times,
World. I think I
Plastic
left
Pallet
shortly
operated
afterwards.
its
Did you
store
make
in
sure to hit the
compliance with all
unsubscribe
the
button on the
material
way out of the
requirements of the
stream? 'Cause that
agreement,
seems to be what
or
everyone does when
any
I
alleged
they're on a Pal World
non-compliance
stream.
was waived by BAM. Sound familiar? Additionally, BAM inserted itself into conversations with Plastic Pallet's landlord in an aim toward causing the termination of Plastic Pallet's lease. Defendant BAM attempted to impose new management and to control the operation of the LLC.
Nice, yeah, I know she
including
didn't
the
send a
threat to
raid.
destroy a member's investment if they did not comply. BAM took possession of all the assets of Plastic Pallet. Despite repeated demands, BAM has failed and refused to provide an inventory or valuation of those assets.
That's the pattern right there, where they don't.
It's
provide
because she
the numbers.
it's
They
because
don't
BJC raids me when I'm doing my gaming streams, and it's like actually like obviously LawTuber people aren't unsub if no Pal World. All right, we'll throw in Pal
provide
World.
the inventory
Chat is
and the
spoken.
valuation of assets.
I want to
And
see
then if
these
we refuse
numbers
the amount,
stay.
We can't come to a consensus. Then a third party that's approved by both parties will come in and appraise everything. They didn't offer her anything, just like they didn't offer me anything, just like they didn't offer Crystal anything.
Patterns are Rico.
Plastic Pallet has been damaged in an amount equal to the
We're doing Pal World. We're doing it. Riveting content. Let me just show you guys. I'll just hop on Pal World. Explain it to chat. We're doing it. You guys asked for this. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I want to see. Oh, well, I'm just going to lose subscribers again, I guess. But that's fine. You guys can play with me, too. Password is BAM sucks. Chanting part 4, part 4, part 4. We're filming. Does that mean I need to log on the server? Yeah, I was planning on just ending this stream, but chat seems to actually want a Power World stream. Which I'm sure this is, but this is why, it's Pokemon for adults. You can enslave human beings by capturing them in Pokeballs. So I have, like this guy, I murdered him. No, wait, this guy, I murdered his best friend and then kidnapped him. Is there an Eamon pal to hunt? They should have added in. Oh, wow, we lost half our viewers almost. I knew that was going to happen. But we're going to show you... But we got this guy kidnapped, obesity. Yeah, pretty riveting gameplay. But this is why... This is why I'll go back. We're losing viewers. No. This is why it's Pokemon for adults. Because you can shoot things with machine guns. Should I just keep playing? We should review my interview of Alright, well. I was just showing you guys what Pal World is. Don't keep clicking off the stream. We're done. I'll do a separate Pal World stream later. We're back. We're doing it. Chill out, everyone. Alright, we're back. Let's watch my interview with Echo Base. But yeah, that's Pal World. It's Pokemon with machine guns. AKA way better than Pokemon. Where's part 2? I like part 2 way more. Damn, Echo Base eating decent. We're gonna find it.
Shout out Echabase. I really, really like these guys. They're such a good interview. Okay. Did they take down the second part? Nope. You lost like 50 viewers on PAL? Yeah, I know. That happens every time.
Because she was there.
Yeah, shout out great grandma PA or CPA Pack Rider. Yeah, that's how it is. They all coming back.
In
yeah,
part
we're
one,
getting
we
them
discussed-
back. Pal World, the Sheldon Norcross channel killer. Oh. Oh wow, everyone came back.
I was just locking my phone.
This is so irritating because this is clipped out. To everyone saying I should have been quiet, they Mirandized me, and that's when I realized, like, all right, they're trying to get me to get Ben in trouble. So
You spoke a little bit about this, but how has this entire drama, how has this entire
My first
conflict,
ever interview, by the way.
controversy affected you personally?
I just think it's cool and stuff.
So everybody knows me now, bitches.
Yeah, you and Victor actually
What about
can
Ben?
cuss like real
I know you
people.
can't
Nice, thank you,
like
Miss
necessarily
Burns.
speak
Yeah.
for him, but as your friend, how do you think this has affected Ben personally?
Some people say I'm like bad for the
Knowing
crew.
him, it has done absolutely
that,
nothing.
but
He
I
just
don't think
doesn't
so.
really care about stuff like that. He just likes helping people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we don't know anything yet. Everything has to play out in court, but has this hurt him financially in the present?
I wouldn't know. I don't think so. I think not being able to post part 3 is definitely hurting him. He worked super hard in that, and he's got, he works super duper hard. Literally, all he does is edit. So it's like for him to say he's staying up for days editing and then not be able to post, that had to hurt for sure.
Part 3 is the one where he was not feeling well. He was sick, and y'all were in Mexico, I believe.
Yeah, I wasn't there. For that. I don't even got a passport.
Yeah.
We
Well, they
we
needed
do
somebody
now.
at home base, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
that was good. Okay. So do you have any idea about how this has impacted any family members for anybody?
Yeah,
on the
R.I.P.
team?
the E hat.
I know.
It's at the bottom
yeah,
of
it
the
kind of
lake from
sucks
part
for
4,
like
part 1.
everyone that got doxxed. I think. I mean, I wouldn't say like my parents like super proud. My dad got a call from his buddy from Alabama, and he's like, "Is that really your son in Reckless Ben's video?" You know what I mean? Like that was sick to hear.
Yeah.
And then
That's where me and Coach are at.
Yeah, that's
Reacting
where
to
we're
my
at.
own interview.
Nice.
Maybe this is
Yeah,
the
and
best
then
idea.
he's like, I know whose
I
son
love this
he is
interview.
because I was a smart ass to the cops. You know what I mean?
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these guys. They're
So
awesome.
I mean, I'd say it's been more positive. It's definitely like stressful. I've got my neighbor because like you know what I mean. That's not cool.
And she was an
Need a
actual
variety of
real
people, 'cause
process
this
server.
could happen to
Well,
anybody.
in
I
the
don't know
state
what
of
that means.
Utah,
Yeah,
as long as you don't have
Is
a
that a
connection to the
rocket?
case.
No, it's a bigger than Maddie Appleseed's hat.
She was there, but after she wasn't the process server anymore, because Ben just said he needed help,
Yeah,
and
that
she
lake holds 2
qualified
sacred
legally as a
artifacts.
process server.
We still got the shirt,
and
though,
then
so we're
you know
good.
he felt bad, and so we let her like hang out
R.I.P.
and
hat.
be in the video more and stuff afterwards. But she was at
Yeah,
that
the
point.
Victor's
where
rolled
obviously,
glasses.
like, after
Maybe
that,
they-
we had
maybe
built
they're
a
gonna
connection, so
combine
she couldn't be the
into
process
one
server
single
anymore.
artifact.
But she was, yeah, there was no personal connection between them before that, so he was correct.
The craziest thing in that whole moment was Joshua Johnson saying that she's not a real process server.
Yeah.
She's pretending to be one or
And
whatever.
those aren't real court papers.
She needs to be arrested. Those court papers, those documents are
Oh,
fake
dang,
and
you
not
really
real.
think a jury
He
wouldn't
hasn't
like
even
me?
looked at them.
Yeah,
And it's crazy that the police officer would just sit there and allow all that.
he knew they were real.
Yeah, because in the video he called and confirmed with the state of Oregon about this case, and
Yeah, and then the cops, the police chief, literally point blank lied and said they had already been served, which was not true. You can literally hear in the unredacted body cam footage that they said
Yeah.
it hasn't been served yet.
Yeah.
And I'm actively suing Brandon Best for my 10 Banderinos right now. So it's like, you know, I know how that went. You know, later we literally go into the police station and we pay the cops to go serve Josh, which I was surprised he accepted it this time. And I'm
Do
surprised.
you think anyone got fired? I mean, I guess Brandon and Josh got fired. I don't think Kai got fired.
They just actually served him. But yeah, they were real. We did not. I am telling you, the police chief 100% lied, because we went after getting Ben out of jail and went to the county and had the police serve Josh, and we paid the police. I still have the receipt on my Apple or my Cash App, and it's past that date that we paid the police to go serve Josh. So I don't know how he could even possibly go on and say that they were already served when his own station is the one that ended up serving Josh days later.
Yeah.
And it's like Ben showed on his court case. It was like 3 days later or something like that from that date that Josh ended up being served.
So back to Joshua Johnson. Is he a lawyer? Or do people just think he's a lawyer or treat him like he's a lawyer? Because when he talks, he like when he talks to the police, it's like in legal speak.
It's a Class A misdemeanor to impersonate a process server in the state of Utah. We chilling. I want her arrested for impersonating a process
We're wearing our bigger
server.
than Matty Appleseed hat.
I can't just go and pretend. I can't go print up fake documents and go.
Like he's some kind of like official lawyer. I know he's got like some kind of partnership at a law firm, but
He's more of a salesman, I would say, but he works in a law firm. So, like, we pulled up that job thing. That's when I'm like, oh, he limits
The least credible
people's
witness.
exposure to lawsuits. He stops like dentists and like.
Well, thanks, Mitch Burns.
dentists.
I
He works
appreciate
at a law
it.
firm that helps dentists not get sued by people.
No, we're losing.
So I don't know
okay.
everything that goes into
I guess,
that.
yeah,
But he's
probably
absolutely
just
not
gonna
a lawyer.
Gonna end stream. We're losing viewers. Probably not the best idea to pull up my own interview. And then, yeah, I don't know. This is a really good interview. You guys haven't checked it out. They do say this at the end, which I thought was really, really cool.
we're very. It's our pleasure. But what do you want to say to all of the fans? Let's blow him up full screen. Sheldon, take it away. Whatever you want to say to all you guys fans.
With
this whole situation. You could have a little think time if you want to.
Pat
Just start
Sheldon's
talking when
going
you're
to
ready.
take it over.
Yeah. What up, everyone? We're getting Brian his Legos back, brick by brick. We're doing it. We're getting them back. We're doing it. No, they're probably not giving the Legos back, but at least we tried. And thank you guys for all your support. It's awesome to see everybody on our side. It's like warmed my heart even. I just cannot believe the overwhelming support I've seen from all over the world. And it's just awesome. The whole internet came together on this thing and everyone's on our side. And thank you guys so much.
And with
Nice.
that,
Well, that's the end of the stream. See you guys. I'm gonna deuce out. I'm gonna set up this Power World stream. I don't know. Yeah.